EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
In the course of the game, we focus on the offense and the defense, and we give lip service to the special teams. It's way bigger than that. The third phase of any football team, and special teams provided the spark to begin this game.
On the jump. Come on. Ready.
They'll run. This is Jaden Blue. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll look to throw. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. A big play here for Dallas. 53 yards.
And normally when you think about huge field-flipping plays like this, it's that shifty slot receiver or that burner on the outside. Not here. That's a tight end doing work down the field. Where's the oxygen mask? He's going to need it after that one. A big play.
They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
At the Eagles' 18-yard line.
This is 2nd and 8.
Trap 60. 19 Tiger. Ready.
Back to throw here. He'll swing this out to Blue. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds.
A gain of 10 yards.
It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
First down goal, Dallas.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll look to throw again. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Makes the score
Aubrey good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. Looking to put a drive together.
Here we go.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Ready. Cougar, 19 tight. 7 Pirates. 60 Bobcats. Ready.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Intended for number 22.
You look at this Cowboy defense. Right now they're ranked number 29 in the NFL against the pass, so fourth from the bottom, Charles.
And it's really difficult to prepare for this team. This is the #1 overall passing team in the NFL, but it shouldn't be hard to get excited about playing against them. The ultimate test going against that unit.
And that's why you and I are excited to broadcast this game.
Yes, sir.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Let's get 70 range. 70 range.
Now a play fake here on first down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
26-yard line.
Go.
On play action, they'll throw. There's the stiff arm. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 60 by 6. No. Back. Let go.
One back. And he lost the football. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
Better ball security, but not much else to show for it.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. This Cowboy defense trying to hold him out of the end zone. They've run it to 3rd and goal. Now this time he'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there. With touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Eagles respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Johnson jostles free. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Quickly into the hands of Neighbors off the RPO. Now he's free at the 35. Touchdown, Cowboys! Malik Neighbors, 64 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that makes the score 14-7. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 35.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Cougar 19.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The Eagles at 15-1 on the year. And they've gone a full couple of months now since their last loss. Winners of 8 in a row.
And we always talk about how a team has to play complementary football in order to really be a good squad. But I think in this league, if your offense isn't playing really well as this one is, you're not going to run off this kind of a streak.
Oh, he's got it. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Ready.
He'll look to throw. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Now he breaks free in the middle of the field. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
21. Eagles 14.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. That one complete down the field to Smith. Still on his feet. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Devontae Smith with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Cowboys.
79 Broncos.
Looking to throw. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. You look at this Eagle defense. Against the pass, they've had some issues. Ranked number 23 in the NFL right now.
And when you're getting ready to face the #1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 36 yards on the play.
That's good for a Cowboys first down. A gain of 36 yards.
These two teams all tied after one.
Ready?
What the fuck?
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. He'll take it inside the 25.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he's trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Ready? 19, tuck.
They'll run up the middle here with Blue. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Ready up.
2nd down and 6 now.
Come on, come on. Hit. Cougar 19. Ready.
He'll drop to throw. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jihad Campbell. And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Well, I would guess that combined, if you spoke to both defenses, neither side has a lot to celebrate today. They haven't had a lot of stops, but that one right there, that's a big one because they stole points away with that play. And just as importantly, picked up a key stop on an offense that's been really impressive here in the early going.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. These two teams getting a couple of late season tilts this year. Their first meeting was not too long ago, back in week 12. And it was the Eagles who got the win on the road, so now they look to finish off the sweep here in Philly. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Back to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Every guy that plays this game has plenty of people around him that are concerned for his health and well-being. He had no regard for his body on that catch at all, did he?
Middle of the field, diving to grab it? No, he didn't. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Hits the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
19 Tiger.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there. 41 yards. And the Eagles have moved out in front. Extra point splits the uprights. And they will take a 7-point lead. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Got it. Ready?
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. In a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they'd better take advantage of it because otherwise, if they end up losing by one score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
Okay, ready?
2nd and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hope it didn't come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Come on. Hey.
He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete as well.
These two offenses have gone up and down the field so far in the first half. Finally, I say, here's a stop on 3rd down.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
And a quick throw here that's complete. It'll go as a gain of 4. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And not enough on the throw that time as that one is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll try and throw for it here. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they finally bring him down, but he reaches the 16. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. They go play action here on first down. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Down. Buffalo 8, Lightning 18. Ready.
Back to throw again. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Eagles have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Johnson jostles free. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Drops it to Blue, complete. And a nice pickup there as he'll get about 9, and that will lead us to a stoppage here at the 2-minute warning. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. Now back to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll get nothing out of that one. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Malik Neighbors, his 104th career touchdown, one shy of Tim Brown on the all-time list. And the Cowboys take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Now 2nd and 9.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
They'll look to throw here. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Damone Clark. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Past the 60, past the 60.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll be as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
That's a gain of 3.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
That'll be complete to Blue. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
On the jump.
And the Cowboys first down.
Here we go. Here we go.
Pickup.
60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Let go.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. From 21 yards away. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Aubrey good with a PAT. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Let's go now. 70.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on third down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Bronco 80. Go.
They're going to look to throw. He'll try and do this himself. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
They'll look to throw again. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley, 31 yards. And the Eagles will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
Eagles 42, Cowboys 35.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
At their own 19-yard line.
Okay, ready?
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Ready?
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. That's complete. It's Neighbors. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 23 yards, the final tally.
For a Cowboys first down.
Mustang 19.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Buffalo 18.
They'll set up a throw.
Now he'll tuck this and run.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Now a 2nd and 10.
70 Lions. Street. 18, 5 in.
Back to throw here.
He'll swing this out to Blue.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That one good for 26 and a first down.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though, 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
Here we go. Warriors, 17. Viking, 18. 79 Broncos. Go.
They'll throw now on the final play.
He'll find Lamb crossing the formation for the catch.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt.
For the Cowboys.
Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3?
And, oh, he takes a shot at the end of that play.
Seven Pirates, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
What do you want?
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A big play that time on the catch and run. 34 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Their mobile, agile quarterback keeping it himself from 8 yards out.
And the Eagles had 6 to their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll look to throw here on first down. He finds his man Johnson. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be second down. They'll drop to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
Second down. Intended for Malik Neighbors. Incomplete. Isaiah Simmons there defensively.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Buffalo 18.
He'll drop to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Unable to corral him, he fights through. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's an Eagles 1st down on a gain of 11.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And it's caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys take the forced fumble and convert it into 6 points.
42.
Still just a 2-score game in the 3rd quarter, but they're going to go onside kick here anyway. And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up. I know they're down, but starting the 3rd quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen, steal a possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
19 Tiger. Ready.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. So this offense moving the ball well, trying to open up a 2-score lead here in the 3rd quarter, but now potentially a play that could have big ramifications.
Yeah, you've driven the ball down the field. Things are looking up, but it takes just one bad decision to throw things off the rails.
Here's Johnson with a reception. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Hey!
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Blue. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
2nd and 11.
Gets this into the hands of Blue.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 28. To give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Let's go now. 18, 5 here.
Back to throw now on 1st down.
He'll find Lamb. That's complete.
And out of bounds right around the 20. So 8 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Now back to throw.
Down inside the 10.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
CeeDee Lamb
From 19 yards away.
And the Cowboys are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the 2nd half. That is incomplete. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
That's complete to Whitaker.
Look at the big fella go.
And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 53 yards. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it'll be 2nd down.
7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 5-yard line.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Torrey Horton, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Eagles have taken the lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Oh, some strong running.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
70 Rangers. Mustang 19.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Gets it underneath to Blue.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter.
Let's go now.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Dallas.
They'll look to throw now on first down.
Able to hit his target, Lamb.
first down.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2nd and 6. Now he's going to step up and run.
And he wisely will throw that one away.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback, so that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to air one out. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as he's on here to punt it away. And look at this, it's a fake. And the fake will work. He's going to have a first down. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw again. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
That one taken in by Neighbors.
Evades the tackler, and now some space. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 26. A big play there on the catch and run. And it'll move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 26.
They'll look to throw again.
That'll be complete to Blue.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal.
Trap 60, trap 60.
He'll look to throw. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown.
Malik Neighbors
From 4 yards out.
And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. Now he'll tuck this and run.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
And in the second half of a tied game, every decision gets magnified. And here, if he forces this ball, it could be intercepted. So that's the prudent play, to just airmail it out of bounds.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards.
At the 47-yard line.
Ready.
Back to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The end result, 21 yards.
27-yard line.
Let's go now. Warriors 70, Hawks 70. Ready.
On play action, they'll throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it second down.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
Let's go.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Taking it in from the 20. And the Eagles answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Extra point right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
At their own 19-yard line.
Ready.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard. At the 28-yard line.
Second and 1. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a 1-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
Panther 60, Panther 60. 18 Rattle, 18 Rattle. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
They'll set up a throw. He's going to have the first down and then some. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the inlet. Complete. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
17 yards. And a Cowboy first down.
They're going to look to throw. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And he's got it inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. CeeDee Lamb with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Aubrey good with a PAT.
And they will take a 7-point lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. On some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return.
23-yard line.
Ready.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Stop. Let's go
And can they regroup? That's the question. The pick six hurt, no doubt, but this is still a one-score game here in the fourth. Now he's going to step up and run.
And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
And that's a lesson learned from the previous drive. Last time he forced one, and it turned into a pick six. Here, he knows better, and he just throws that one away.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
19 tight. 19 tight. Hut, hut.
Looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I'll bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
This one, an absolute must. It's 4th and 4. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Open man, right side, it's Lamb. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. C.D. Lamb, 29 yards. And the Cowboys look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line.
Okay,
they'll come up 1st and 10 here.
18 Get it. 19 Lion.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now he'll tuck this and run.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
79 Broncos. Warriors 70. Dragon 60. Buffalo 18. Trap 60. Trap 60. 18 Pioneer. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Go.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That's to his running back, complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Heady on that one, huh? Getting out of bounds before the 2-minute warning. They get an extra timeout, extra opportunity to move the ball downfield. Very smart football.
70 Ranger. 70 Ranger. 19, 18.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's got Smith here. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
Let's go now. 18 Cardinal, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
To throw is Sanders.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on, a big call coming on third down. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10.
19 tight, 19 tight. Cowboy 80. Rig alert, rig alert.
Here's Sanders.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there. 39 yards.
And the Cowboys are closing in on a 9th victory on the year as they extend their lead. Well, the extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And after all those wins that they've reeled off, it seems that they finally have met their match in a big fourth-quarter hole. But still, what a run it's been. It feels like they have not lost in forever.
Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
And sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
Mustang 19.
They'll look to throw.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
Down several scores and playing behind the chains is not the way to have success in this one. Right now, if you're the offensive line, your big concern, protecting your quarterback and give him a chance to try and throw something downfield to pick up the needed yardage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley.
Down the left sideline. He may go.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley, 87 yards.
And the Eagles have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Eagles 70.
So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Cowboys are able to recover. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
79 Broncos.
Throwing, Sanders. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Eagles are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. This is 1st and 10.
70 rings, 70 rings. Let's go now. Bronco.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He finds his man, complete. It's Horton. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
Push the shit out of here.
This one is incomplete.
Just a difficult situation to be in here in the final minute. Down 2 scores. You know you need some providence from somewhere. They're going to keep firing away till the end, but this one falls incomplete.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Back to throw again.
And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down.
Cougar 19. Mustang 19.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs.
Ready. Trap 60. Trap 60. Ready.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And he'll just get rid of it.
And that's a wise decision. Remember, he threw the pick on the last drive. This time he says, I'm not forcing one. I'm just getting it out of here.
Sanders to throw. That's caught downfield by Neighbors.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
At the 13-yard line.
They go play action now. Sanders.
And they're going to get it. They bring him down to a sack back at the 16-yard line.
Nolan Smith
able to use that strength to get him for a loss of 2. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
Here we go. Here we go. Go.
Quickly into the hands of Neighbors off the RPO.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.